Today, we're going to do a grounding practice to feel our bodies supported by the ground and feel that sense of landing and rooting onto the ground. You may want to have a chair when we come to standing to assist with some of our balance postures. But for now, let's come on down and we're going to start laying on our backs. So we'll begin in our constructive rest, knees bent, feet on the floor, and just wiggle around a moment till you feel your back relaxing and the arms resting comfortably at your sides. As you're ready, we'll let the eyes close down. And just take a couple of cleansing breaths to clear the space for your practice today. With each exhalation now, just start to feel the weight of your body sinking down onto the support of the ground. You're letting go through the soles of the feet, feeling the thigh bones softening into the hip sockets, feeling the pelvis heavy on the ground, relaxing through your back, through the back of the shoulders and the back of the arms, and letting the weight of the head go. And just imagine for a moment that you could feel your roots growing down from the base of your body all the way into the center of the earth. As we take this moment simply to relax and let go. And begin to find your breath, a simple, long, slow breath in and long, slow breath out. Noticing at the top of your in-breath, there is a brief pause for a heartbeat. And again, at the end of your out-breath, that brief pause. Long breath in, feeling the spaciousness at the top of the inhale. And long breath out, feeling the stillness, the pause at the end of the exhale. Now placing your hands here on the front of your hips. And let's begin to coordinate or weave some movement in with our breath, starting with a simple pelvic rock. So as you inhale, roll forward onto your tailbone, feeling that natural arch of your low back. And as you exhale, gather your belly in, flatten the low back onto the floor. Inhale, rolling forward onto your tailbone. Exhale, low back presses down. And it's like your hips are a rolling pin, rolling forward and rolling back, creating a sense of a movement massage for the lumbar spine and these muscles here through the lower back and the hips. Let's take that one more time, just saying a little good morning, good day to your body. And then as you come to center, find that neutral position. And give your hips just a little wiggle there. Nice. Now extending just your right leg out onto the floor and both arms overhead. Lengthening through that right side of you. And then sweeping your arms all the way back down by your sides as the right knee glides into your chest. And finding a breath with this movement. Inhale as you extend the leg out, arms overhead, just moving through this right side. Exhale, pressing the arms down, gliding the knee into the chest. So moving with your breath, a little breath body coordination here, waking ourselves up today. And let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling as you lengthen and exhaling as you fold back in. Last one. And this time we'll interlace the fingers behind the thigh, giving that knee a gentle squeeze into the chest. And then begin to circle the knee around, just loosening up any tightness around the hips today. Notice how the side is feeling. And circle the other way around. Good. As you come back to center, we'll press heel to the sky, saying a little hello to the hamstring. Let the hips stay nice and heavy and grounded on the floor. So again, just feeling that sense of your body weight landing on the ground. We'll take 3 slow, juicy ankle rotations around. 2, 3, and reverse it for 3, and 2, and 1, and then right into a flex and point of the foot. Really think about waking up the foundation here, your feet, your toes, all of those little muscles and joints, the ankle, the calf. Do that one more time. And then as you flex the foot, feel as though you're standing on the ceiling. We'll lower the arms by our sides and slowly lower that leg to the floor. So as your leg moves away from you, you might be able to extend out through that knee a little bit more as the frees up the hamstring. We're going to press out through the heel and really firm the thigh muscles, keeping a light hug of your belly to your back. And eventually, as that leg comes down to the ground, let it relax. Just let the foot roll out to the side. And then again, press out through the heel, toes face the sky, and simply slide that right leg over to meet your left foot. We'll take the arms back overhead and clasp hold of your right wrist with your left hand, and just find a little side lean, a little baby moon laughing sideways, reaching through that whole right side of you, breathing through that whole right side of you. And just feel your back, again, still relaxed onto the floor, supported by the ground. And just creating some gentle length through that whole side. Let's release, coming all the way back to center and slide that right foot onto the floor. And just pause a breath to notice the 2 sides of your body. And now we'll extend the left leg out, doing that series on the other side. So just putting your mind's eye, your attention into the left side of you, sweeping both arms overhead and feel a little stretch through that left side, breathing in. And exhale, sweeping the arms down as the left knee glides into the chest. Taking the length of your inhale to stretch back out. And the length of your exhale to fold back in. So take your time, we'll do 3 more. Take your time connecting with the pace, the rhythm of your breath. Again, feeling that brief pause at the top of the inhale. There's length, there's space. And that brief pause at the end of the exhale, a moment of stillness. Last one. This time, as the knee comes in, we'll interlace the fingers behind the thigh. Little squeeze of knee to chest as you breathe into the space between your belly button and spine. And then just taking an easy circle, knee circling around a little. Hip, hip, hooray today. And reverse it. As you come back to center, we'll press heel to the sky, gentle stretch through the back of that thigh. Hips heavy, shoulders soft. And again, circling the ankle around, nice big juicy circle. For 1 and 2 and 3, and reverse for 3 and 2 and 1. We'll take that into our flex and point, flex and point, and kind of think of rolling through your foot or articulating a little bit through the arch here. Good, last one. And then keeping the foot flexed. Again, it's like you're standing on the ceiling. Thigh bone is plugged into the hip. Arms relax. And then we slowly start to lower the leg. You can straighten out a little bit more through the knee. Firm the thigh. Light hug of your belly to your back, and slowly, slowly, slowly lower to the floor. And relax the leg, just let the foot fall naturally out. Then we'll press back out through the heel. Slide the left leg over to meet the right foot. Bring the arms overhead and clasp hold of your left wrist with your right hand. And we'll take that little arch to the right. Creating length and space through this whole left side of you. And just notice if your ribs are flaring and lifting away from the floor, can you soften them in a little? And almost think of breathing into the middle back ribs. Good. Let's take one more breath. Gently release, coming all the way back to center, sliding that foot onto the floor. And with the arms by your sides, we'll spread wide into our footprints, tucking the hips. Feel a little squeeze of the backside muscles here, the glutes. And then just begin to roll up into a neutral bridge. And that just means keeping those front ribs in again. So more of a neutral spine, less of an arch of the back. Equal weight into both feet, sending your roots down from the soles of the feet into the ground. Knees stretch forward. There's a little stretch out of the front of the thighs. And then gently roll back down your spine, bone by beautiful bone. As the hips come through center, let's take a breath in. Exhale again, tuck and roll up. Hold at the top with an in-breath. And exhale, rolling back down. Think of this as a little spinal massage as the hips come through center, breathing in. Exhale, tuck and roll back up. Inhale at the top. And exhale all the way back down. Pause. And just let the knees fall a little side to side. And we're going to roll all the way over onto one side, bringing that top hand in front of you. Just pause here for a breath or two. And let your blood flow catch up with you as we prepare to make a transition up to standing in any way that is easiest for you to get there. So we'll press ourselves up. And you might come through table pose. You could come through a little down dog if that feels good. Or you could simply step a foot forward and come on up. So as you're coming up to standing, you might just bring your chair over and have that off to the side, or you could step up closer to a wall if you would like to have a little bit of assistance there. Okay. Finding your mountain pose stance, feet hips width apart, toes pointed forward, and spread out through the soles of your feet, kind of spreading out through your toes, spreading out from the inner arch to the outer arch, and just kind of take up some space, take up some real estate there through the soles of your feet. Okay. Lengthening up through the crown of your head. Let's take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, keep that length of the spine and just feel your breath traveling all the way back down, crown of the head, all the way down through you, hips, legs, feet, onto the ground. So even here in our mountain pose, feel that sense of landing on the ground and that grounded support coming up to meet you. Placing your hands to your hips with a soft bend in your knee. Let's take some big juicy hip circles here all the way around. Good. And reverse it. Oh, good morning, body. Things might be snap, crackling, and popping, and that's okay. Right, as you come back to center, we're going to bring knees and feet together, bending the knees, hands to the knees, and we'll circle the knees around. Reverse it. Getting all of our joint juices flowing today. As you come back to center, grow tall. Now we're squeezing the inner thighs together, feeling a little squeeze of your backside muscles, just like when we pressed up into that bridge pose. So we have this lift and support through our posture. And from here, we'll just take the arms overhead. And I'm going to back up a little so you can still see me. But it's a little ooey gooey stretch up one side and then the other. Reach and lengthen. Reach and lengthen. Good. Reaching all the way up. We'll take a big circle of the arms out and around. Bring the palms to the heart and separate your feet back out to a comfortable hip width and maybe just slightly wider. All right. Circling the arms back up overhead again. And as we press out and down, we'll bend the knees coming into a little chair pose. Now imagine that you have a band around your legs that you can press them out into, activating this outer hip and leg support. And we're just sitting back into our imaginary chair. So be mindful that you're not tucking the hips under and pushing your weight forward. So your weight's in that whole foot, but maybe a little bit more into the heel. Okay. And then pressing the floor away. So keep the feet firmly rooted as the arms reach. And again, pressing out and down into your chair pose. With your breath, inhaling as you sweep up. Exhaling as you sit back down. Let's do two more. And this last one. And coming all the way back up, clasping your right wrist with your left hand. Think lift more up than over as we come into a little bit of a side lean. And I'm pressing down through that whole right foot. Be mindful that you're not twisting, but think of this as kind of a pure side bend, or your racing strike from your armpit to the outer ankle. Breathing into that whole right side of you. As you exhale, hug the belly in, lifting up. And we'll switch to the other side. Create a little length before you stretch over to the side. Pressing into that left foot, rooted, grounded, breathing into that whole left side. Exhale, gather your belly in, coming back to center. And as the arms come down, we'll just find some nice big juicy shoulder rolls. Good. All right, just have a little wiggle there. Now here's where you may want to use your chair. So you could do this freestanding or holding on fingertips onto your chair. So keeping the heart facing forward rather than looking down at your toes, gazing softly onto the horizon. And we're gonna lift the heels and the right arm and just flow forward and up. And then lower the heels and lower the arm. Other side, both heels and left arm lift, lower down. Now you could choose to lift both heels, both arms, and lower down. Or you could choose to keep the soles of the feet on the floor and just take the arms up and down. Okay, so that's our pattern, although we're going to change it next time around. So a little brain balance here. We'll start with the left arm this time. So left arm and heels rise up and down. Right arm and heels up and down. Both arms and heels or no heels lift and down. Let's go again, starting with the right. Lift. Keeping a soft gaze, a soft focal point. And left, breathing easy. And each time the heels come back down, both, there's a sense of returning to ground, right? Returning to center. Left arm. Right arm. Both arms. And can we lift and hold this time? And here, again, you might feel that little squeeze of the backside muscles, that lift and hug through your core, that soft gaze, and a beautiful smile on your face because you know how awesome you are. Gorgeous. Circling the arms around, just take a little knee bend, kind of stretch out those calf muscles and shake out your legs. Good job. That feels good today. All righty. So let's come into our cross crawl movement. We're going to get a little bit more connected through right side, left side. So just a little march in place, tapping opposite hand to opposite knee. You can keep the arms low, or you can take them a little bit higher, however you choose. Keeping that soft gaze in front of you, just knowing how important your gaze, your focus is for your balance. And we'll explore some things as we move through this series where we move with eyes closed to show us how important our focus is. All right, good. Last time each way. Come back to center, pause in your mountain, take that one full breath. And again, just exhale, feel breath, energy, attention flowing down through your body, down through your legs, down through your feet, onto the ground, landing onto the support of the ground. Nice. Now again, you might have fingertips on a chair to help steady your balance, or you could play with doing this freestanding in your space. So there's no right or wrong, it's just how you feel in your body. Some days we need a little more support, and some days it's fun to challenge that and let more wiggles and wobbles be there as our body is calibrating and figuring out what does it need to do to keep us upright. Okay, so coming into a stork pose. So we're going to be standing on that left leg. So again, kind of think about that alignment from the ankle to the knee to the hip to the shoulder and just growing nice and tall. So we're engaging the support of those backside muscles so we don't collapse into that hip. Right. When you're ready, we're going to lift the right knee up, holding your stork. Extending one or both arms out to the side, so you might be holding on to something. Okay, shoulders soft. And then just slowly turn your head to the right. We're going to look out to the right fingers. Center. Looking towards the left fingers. Just have some fun with it. Come back through center, big breath in. And exhale, relax down. Just take a little hip shift side to side there. So I always say this is a judgment-free zone. Our balance classes especially are a judgment-free zone. So if you're having to bring that foot up and down a lot, if it's feeling very wobbly, that's okay. Let that be part of your practice and part of your experience. And one side's probably going to feel stronger than the other. So some days you might be able to hold it more, other days, there's more movement going on. Let that be okay. And just a part of this exploratory process. We are building that strength. We're building that, that grounded support. Okay, we're going to come to the other side. So you might have your chair on the other side now, right? Again, just kind of setting up your alignment through that right side, making sure we're not collapsing into that hip. So hugging in, shoulders soft. And when you feel ready, we'll float that left knee up. Okay. There's a little press down of your armpits to your hips. That's also going to help engage that support of your core. We're rooting down through our standing leg. And let's look towards the left fingers. Make sure you're breathing, not holding your breath. Look back through center. Look to your right fingers. Back through your center. Take a big breath in. And exhale, release it all the way down. And we're just going to take our hip rock side to side. Good job. Good. All right, so once more, we're going to come to our mountain pose with the legs together. So I'm spreading the toes wide and pressing down through all four corners of my feet, hugging the inner thighs. So there's this sort of hugging into our midline. We'll take the palms together. And with an inhale, we'll send the arms up. As they circle out around, look to the right. Gaze comes back through center as the palms reconnect. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, they sweep out, look to the left. And back together. Now you can do that same thing again, or just a little challenge here. Play with it. We could lift the heels, press the palms up. Circle the arms around, look right as you lower the heels. A lot going on here. Come back to center, pause. Inhale, press the palms up, lift the heels. Arms circle, look left, lower the heels. Come back to center, stay one full breath. Gorgeous. Release the arms and just kind of shake out your legs a little. And as you come back to mountain with the legs separated, I always think it's an interesting awareness piece to notice after we've done legs together work, if perhaps you feel a little bit more grounded, a little bit more stable as you come back to this posture. And close your eyes. Take a moment. Feel your body. Feel your breath. Lovely. As you blink your eyes open, we'll turn our chair towards us, the seat of the chair towards us. We'll come into a little sort of down dog variation. So hands on your chair, walking the feet back, separated probably about as wide as your chair. And there's a slight bend in our knees as we reach the hips back. So we're rooting down through the feet, sending the hips back, stretching the hamstrings, hello legs, stretching through the low back, through the sides. And you might just take a little slow sway or weight shift here. I'm just bending my right knee slightly as I lean in that direction, and then bending my left knee slightly as I lean in that direction. You're basically just looking for a little feel good moment. Good. Coming to center for one more breath. And then lift your gaze and look forward. Take a little step to your chair, plant your feet, walk your hands to your knees. We're just going to curl the tail under. So it's a nice big rounding through the back, chin to chest as you slowly roll back up, standing nice and tall. Shoulders release down your back. And then we'll close in our chair. So come have a seat in your chair, sitting at the front edge for one more hip stretch here. And so we'll cross our right ankle over the left knee. So that foot is flexed. It's just like our figure 4 stretch that we do on our back, although I feel like this is so much more accessible than some of the other variations of it. Okay, so we're going to hold around the shin and just pull ourselves up tall. So you're coming up on your sit bones, and sometimes that is enough. Sometimes that brings you right into the heart of that stretch. But if you have some room to play with, nothing forced, just nice and easy, we'll lean a little forward. So we're coming to meet that lovely sensation and then back away from it. We'll just do that a couple of times. So we are easing our way in and out. And it kind of lets our body know what we're up to, right? Gives it a little heads up as opposed to just coming into a tight, cold stretch. Good. Now this time as we lean in, let's maybe stay. And imagine you could breathe or feel your breath moving all the way into your hips, into your pelvic bowl, into the heart of that stretch. And just sigh it out, soft jaw, soft throat. Thinking your beautiful, amazing, strong, and capable body. One more breath. And gently release. Let's slide that leg out and just wiggle it out. And as you slide that foot back onto the floor, let's come to the other side. So again, foot is flexed, and that's going to protect the knee, and it drives the stretch differently into the hip when the foot is flexed. Okay, so working on some healthy alignment there. We'll hold around the front of the shin first, just growing nice and tall. So it almost feels like you're trying to ever so slightly tip your pelvis forward, but you're just really bringing it into more of a neutral position and out of kind of that tucky butt, right? That can feel kind of icky on our low back sometimes. So choosing to stay right here, or again, just leaning in a little. Oh, hello, hips. And lifting back up. And you might just talk to your body a little bit. It likes to be talked to. Good. So we'll just do that maybe 3-4 times, leaning in and coming back up. And then this next time we can stay. And breathe. And just notice where you could soften a little. If you feel anything gripping here, a lot of times that's in the upper body, the neck, the jaw, the shoulders, anything gripping that you can just sigh out. One more breath. And coming gently back up. Shaking that leg out a little bit. Good. Sitting tall in your center, and we'll just finish here with a little seated relaxation. Hands resting face down or face up on the knees. Letting the eyes drop closed. Settling back in. And just returning to that connection to your long, slow breathing. And feeling that sense of calm washing over your body, washing over your mind, softening your sweetheart. And just simply soaking in the goodness, all of the benefits of your practice. Bringing the palms over the heart space. With your next inhale, lifting your heart. Exhale, bowing in and offering this gesture of gratitude to your sweetheart, to your strong and capable body and mind. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or night. Namaste.